subject of this talk is what it might look like if I did an art. If I did an art, it might look like this. Not if I did an art, it might look like this. If I did an art, it might look like this. Or it might look like this. Or alternatively, it might even look like this. Or it might sound like this. This is not a talk about whether all art schools should be closed and turned into institutions teaching Marxist economics. It's supposed to be a talk about my art practice, which is influenced by many different artists and writers and intellectuals, but I would say one individual who looms large is William Burroughs, and the idea that we should abandon all rational thought. If we want to engage with the world in the most meaningful way, or free ourselves, I suppose, is what he was getting at. I think that's very relevant to visual art practice as well as literature, as Burroughs was a writer. I suppose the feeling that informs that idea of abandoning all rational thought is that our culture constrains us, holds us back. I'd see painting as a way of overcoming what William Burroughs saw as the trap of language. I would see it as a more direct way of communicating, which leads on to Jean de Buffet, who thought that art was also a more visual art was a more direct means of communication than the word, and that he thought he could communicate telepathically through painting, which I think is an interesting idea, and it has it certainly has a degree of truth to it. I would see the role of the artist as a special one, and art is, you know, not to be taken for granted. I would see the role of the artist as a special one in the sense that, in the way that Burroughs and Dubuffet saw it, that it can bypass the artist can bypass our cultural conditioning and communicate something deeper and more meaningful than the everyday. Certainly than what we are fed by the media, or a baby cockroach, in order to control us. So I would say, I would see my role as an artist as doing the will of God, or projecting energy into the universe. Adios.